Chapter 8 Moral Stories. A Greedy Boy. There was a greedy boy in Amritsar. There was a narrow necked jar in his house. It was half full of raisins. He put his hand into the jar and took a handful of raisins. But he was not able to take his hand out of the jar as his hand was full of raisins. He tried his level best to get it out but could not succeed. He began to cry. His mother heard him crying. She came to his room and said, "What is the matter, my boy?" The boy replied, "My hand is stuck in. I can't get it out." The mother said, "My dear boy, drop some raisins from your hand. It will come out." The boy did so, and his hand came out. The mother said, "My boy, never be greedy again. Greed makes one miserable. Therefore, O Govinda, never be greedy. Be contented. Never tell a lie. To tell a lie is a great sin. A liar is treated with contempt. He is not trusted by anybody. People will not believe a liar even if he speaks the truth. Once a boy was looking after cows. He cried once, "Wolf, come for my help." The neighboring people ran up to him. The boy laughed and said, "No, wolf, I made a fun only." He did like this thrice. A wolf actually came one day. The boy cried for help. People did not go as they thought it to be a lie. The wolf killed the boy. Thus, you see, there is great harm in telling a lie. Admit your faults. Never tell a lie. You will become bold. You will have a pure and clear heart. All will admire and love you. A clever monkey. A monkey lived on a coconut palm near the river. A crocodile was his friend. The monkey used to give coconuts to the crocodile. One day, the crocodile gave a coconut to his wife. She ate it and said, "My dear husband, the fruit is very palatable. I want to eat the heart of your friend, because his heart must be very palatable, as he eats the sweet coconuts." The crocodile went to the monkey and said, "Let us go for a walk in the river." When they reached the middle of the river, the crocodile said, "My wife wants to eat your heart." The monkey replied, "I have placed my heart on the tree." When they came back to the river bank, the monkey jumped on the tree and said, "My friend, you were foolish to believe me. I never leave my heart on the tree." The crocodile went back very sadly. Urmila and Uma. Gopi Chand had two daughters by name Urmila and Uma. He loved them very much. He gave Urmila in marriage to a gardener and Uma to a potter. One day Gopi Chand went to Urmila's house and said, "How are you, my darling?" Urmila replied, "We are very happy. Please pray that our plants may get water." Then Gopi Chand went to Uma's house and said, "How are you, my beloved Uma?" She replied, "We are happy. Please pray that there should not be any rain for some days so that our earthen pots may get dry." Now Gopi Chand was in a fix. He could not decide for whom he should pray. He reflected deeply and found out that everybody in the world is selfish. Wisdom of Buddha. Once the son of a poor woman died. She went to Lord Buddha and asked him to give her some medicine to bring back her child to life. Buddha told her, "O lady, there is only one medicine which could bring back your son to life. Bring me a handful of mustard from a house where there has been no death." The poor woman went from door to door and asked for a handful of mustard. She received the same reply at every door. One said, "I have lost my son." Another said, "My father died yesterday." A third said, "My wife died last month." She returned to Buddha with a sad heart and narrated everything. Then Lord Buddha replied, "Do not think much of your own grief. Sorrow and death are common to all." Ant and Grasshopper. In days long gone by, there lived two neighbors. One was an ant and the other a grasshopper. The ant was very active. He was hard-working too. He was always busy in storing up grains of rice for the winter. His neighbor, the grasshopper, was very idle. He passed the summer happily in singing. The winter came. He had nothing to eat. One day he went to his neighbor and begged him for food. The ant asked, "My friend, how did you spend the summer?" The grasshopper replied, "In singing." The ant replied, "Spend the winter in dancing. Sorry, I can't spare you anything. The poor grasshopper returned home with a sad heart. He spent the whole winter starving. Moral: never sit idle. Be ever active and busy. Always save something for the future. Never beg or borrow. Autobiography of Laddu. I am Laddu. I am very sweet and delicious. All love me very much. I am liked very much by children. Their mouth waters when they see me and hear my name. There is no big bhandara or marriage feast without me. Sadhus simply devour me voraciously. I make a crying child laugh and dance in joy. I give life to a weak man. I become fat and flesh and shine in the cheeks and skin. People take great care of me. They keep me in good boxes and almiras and big costly vessels. I increase the value of sugar, ghee, and flour of gram. The indweller in me is Atman or God. I cannot live without him. If people love him in the same way as they love me, they would have attained eternal bliss long, long ago. The race of life. Once there was a boy called Ramu. One day he went for bath in the river Ganga. At once an elephant came running to kill him. The boy was afraid. He ran inside the pot Ganga Sagar, a pot with a narrow spout and a wide mouth. The elephant followed him inside the Ganga Sagar. The boy came out of the spout. The elephant also came out through the spout, but its tail was caught in the spout. It lost the tail. The boy climbed up a tulsi plant, but his tuft, hair, was hanging down. The elephant caught hold of the tuft and climbed. The boy cut off the hair and the elephant fell down dead. O Govinda! The river is the life of passions and desires. The boy is the Jiva. The elephant is the Maya. Ganga Sagar is the life of renunciation. The spout is cave life. The tulsi plant is the plant of life. The hair is the tuft of old vasanas. Cut off the vasanas. Maya will fall off. You will attain peace by erasing the old samskaras. True friendship. Dionysius, the king of Syracuse in Sicily, sentenced Pythias to death. Pythias said to the king, I will go home and settle my domestic affairs and return on the day of execution. Dionysius said, How can I be sure of your return? Damon, friend of Pythias, said to the king, I will remain as a prisoner in place of Pythias. If he does not return, I can be hanged. The king allowed Pythias to go home. Damon was taken prisoner in his place. Pythias reached his native place and settled his domestic affairs. There were severe winds also. Pythias did not come in time. Damon was led to the gallows for being executed. Pythias came riding on a horse to the spot with great speed. The king said to the executioner, Stop, they shall not die. They have taught me a lesson in faithful friendship. I wish I would become a third in this bond of true friendship. The dog in the manger. A dog once sat in a manger which was filled with straw. An ox came to the manger to eat the straw. The ox said, My dear dog, the straw is of no use to you. Please allow me to eat it. The dog replied, The straw is of no use to me. I can't eat it. Why should you also eat it? The dog was very selfish. There are many students, children, and human beings also who are very selfish like the dog. They want everything for them. They do not care for the interests of others. They do not wish that others also should be benefited. A selfish man or student believes that he only is right and all others are wrong. Kill selfishness. Try to look from another man's point of view. Be unselfish. Try to make others happy. Share what you have with other children. Look after the interests of others. You will be happy. You will become a great man. Give up greed. Once a woman missed the train. She was forced to stay in the first-class waiting room at night. She had a lot of money and ornaments with her. The son of the station master turned the woman out and slept on the sofa. She slept quietly in the second-class waiting room. The station master was a greedy person. He sent the watchman to murder the woman and take away the cash and ornaments. The watchman murdered the boy lying on the sofa. The boy cried. The station master came there and saw his son lying in a pool of blood. They threw the corpse on the railway line. The train arrived. The engine driver stopped the train. The police was sent for. An inquiry was made. The lady told the whole story. The station master and the watchman were arrested. Greed brings destruction. The wolf and the lamb. A wolf was drinking water in a river. A lamb was also drinking water down below. The wolf wanted to eat the innocent lamb. The wolf approached the lamb and said, "You rascal, why are you polluting the water that I drink?" The lamb replied politely, "Venerable sir, how can I spoil the water? The water is flowing from you to me. You abused me 9 months back," said the wolf. The lamb replied, "I was not born then, sir." Then the wolf said, "Then it must be your mother." Thereupon the wolf tore the lamb into pieces and ate it up. It is very easy to find fault with others. There are many wolves among boys and men also. Mischievous boys and men who hurt others are really wolves. Remove the brute in you. Be good and do good. Rajamani. Rajamani was a native of Madurai. He was studying in the 5th class. He had father, mother, 2 brothers, an old grandfather and grandmother. The grandfather, Pichumani, was 80 years old. Pichumani loved Rajamani very much. He gave him whatever he wanted. He often called Rajamani for some service. Rajamani disliked his grandfather because he called him very often for some service. He could not even find time for play. One day, a friend of his came to play in the evening. Pichumani asked Rajamani to bring some hot water for his bath. Pichumani was half blind. He could not move about freely. Rajamani got annoyed. He took the boiling kettle of water and poured it over the old man's head. His whole body was blistered. "O Govinda, do not act like Rajamani. Be obedient. Service of parents and aged is your foremost duty. Then will you be really happy, prosperous, and peaceful." Mind your own business. There was a mischievous monkey. One day it went on skipping and playing in the woods. There was a log of wood which was half cut by the saw. The workers had put a round stick inside the sawn portion. The wood was giving a space near that stick. The monkey went and sat near the stick. It wanted to pull out that stick. It was strong. It somehow tried its best and took it out. But the 2 sawn pieces of wood suddenly joined together and the monkey's testicles were crushed in no time. The monkey shrieked and died. Do not meddle with the affairs of others. Mind your own business. Do not give your opinions. Be humble in nature. Talk little, think more. Self-reliance. A lark lived in a field of corn with her young ones. It went out in the morning to bring some food. It said to the young ones, "Tell me whatever may happen in my absence." In the evening, they told her that the owner requested his friends to reap his corn. The mother said, "Don't worry, we are quite safe here." On another day, the children said that the owner requested his neighbors to reap the corn. The mother said, "My dear children, there is no danger now." On another day, the children said that the next day the owner with his son would come and reap the corn. The lark said, "Now there is danger. We must move to a safe place without delay. The owner will surely come tomorrow because it is his own work." If you wish to see a work well done, do it yourself. Do not depend upon others. You do the eating yourself. You do not depend upon others. Parent worship. Worship of parents is equal to worship of God. Goddess Parvati, mother of Ganesha and Subramanya, kept a nice fruit in front of them and said, "He who goes round the world and comes first can take this fruit." Subramanya sat on his peacock and drove fast to make a round around the world. Ganesha went round Lord Shiva and Parvati thrice and demanded the fruit. Parvati gave the fruit and Ganesha ate it. Subramanya came after 3 days going round the world and found that Ganesha had eaten the fruit. It was then that Subramanya realized the glory of parent worship. A divine herb. 2 schoolboys, Shiva and Rama, were each carrying a heavy basket for their teacher. Shiva murmured and complained that his basket was very heavy. Rama laughed and was happy as if his basket was light. Shiva said, "O Rama, how are you able to laugh? Your basket is as heavy as mine. You are weaker than me also." Rama replied, "I have put in my basket a small herb which decreases the weight." Shiva asked. O Ram, do tell me, what is this herb? I too want to put that herb in my basket to decrease the weight. Rama replied, O Shiva, my dear friend, the most valuable divine herb which makes every burden light is patience.